Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce, and today we're doing another indie horror spotlight. Today I have the directors, producers, writers. I mean, they're doing everything. They're even in the movie. I have Chuck and Carolina Margello. They're,
Yeah.
they got a brand new movie that's coming out, releasing today, October 26th on Vudu, The American Ripper. Chuck, Caroline, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us, Travis. Thank you.
No problem at all. It's my pleasure. So tell us a little bit about The American Ripper.
Oh, the American Ripper basically came about back in like 2019. And we were at the situation where we were on meltdown and lockdown from COVID. So we said, okay, we would like to do something. So we figured that, we're going to make another film. We were basically, it was just me and Carolina, and I came up with the thought of, we should do this thing about a crazy dude that buys a house, with his wife, and everything goes crazy after that, becomes abnormal, That's kind of where it led to this movie and the screenplay. And I kind of, what did we do? Write the screenplay. She helped me out. We wrote the screenplay within maybe 1 week. And then we said, okay, we have to act in it and do it. So we did all the FX, all the blood work. Carolina did all that. And,
wow.
Well, Chuck always wanted to play a psychopath. So he wrote that movie specifically to get into this role. And he studied all this, criminal minds for a while just to get, his head into this role. So that was kind of interesting. He was locking himself up in the room and studying. What did you study?
It was, I was interested to see, Anthony Perkins is one of my favorite actors, and you got Jack Nicholson. But we were looking at, I was looking at Charles Manson, looking at Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, the way they kind of act when they do videos and, interviews. And I said, take some of that, put it in my own twist, put it in my own soup, and then kind of put it, we already had the screenplay written. So I wanted to kind of play that kind of craziness part, where I transitioned into a monster, a maniac, psychopath.
And now, was that hard to turn off once the camera?
Good question.
No, he's very, he's a bear.
Okay.
No,
I was like, Carolina, you weren't terrified afterwards? You were like, he went back to being Chuck?
Yeah, no, I'm any other actor. You get into the role, and then when the role is done, you get back to normal, and think about other films that we want to do, But we had a lot of fun making it as far as, the transitioning of me. I gained a lot of weight at the end of the movie. So I transitioned from this trial attorney that is in trial and then transitioned to this kind of monster, this maniac, there's more to it. I'm curious. Yes. You want to ask me some other great questions here.
So I did have a question. The both of you wore many hats making this movie. From everything from being a screenwriter to the director to producer and also acting. Is that a lot to do? Is that something you want to do, continue forward with your movies?
Good question. We enjoy what we're doing. We've been doing it for about 8 years now, and we enjoy doing it, and we have a lot of fun. And we feel that it's artistic, our own artistic feel to it, just like music,
Mm-hmm.
And we work with other actors, and we coach them to play the part the way we see it and visualize it. And the end result came out good. It
was it's kind of a creative process, to do a movie from A to Z, including everything, set design, makeup, and getting the actors and casting and finishing with a post house and editing and putting all the sounds. It's a long process. It doesn't take doesn't take weeks, doesn't take months. It takes years to do it. It took us maybe 3.5 years to get the whole movie completed, but it was because it was just two of us. So we wanted to complete the whole project ourselves, until the end. So it was a long process, difficult, yes, but highly recommended because you feel so rewarded when you finish your own film and you feel like, wow, I made it, and now I can publish and I can issue that and I can show it to people so everybody can watch it. And we like to entertain people. We are entertainers. So.
Yeah. Now, being a husband and wife and couple working together on movies, that's something that I feel like most filmmakers don't get to experience. Does that relieve a lot of stress in your relationship as well as in the business realm, or is it a little more like you guys are together, it's a little more stressful?
So we are, when you're doing something together, there is always going to be a lot of obstacles, and differences in opinion. But in the end, because me and Chuck, we're basically best friends, and we are doing everything together, and we are with each other all the time. We know each other personalities really well, and we know when to compromise, when not. And, we learn how to work together. So it is, it was kind of fun, for us to to do the whole movie and, complete the whole movie together as a couple. So we
had a blast. I mean, it was
That's amazing.
fun. Yes.
We've made other movies too, where we're in post-production with them. But this movie was kind of interesting how we basically made it, everything, did it ourselves. It looks like, that was filmed with 100 people, and it was filmed with 2 people.
And that's what we are hearing. We are hearing that, how did you guys make the whole project yourself? It looks like you had a camera crew and stuff like that. But this is because it was COVID. COVID hit and then we didn't hire anybody, and we were just bored on the weekends, and we were thinking, hey, let's do something creative. Let's do something fun.
We actually had our food delivered to the house for a while.
Filming each other. So I took a camera, he took your camera, and let's do it. So,
Plus, we're professional drone operators, so we know how to fly. We use a lot of drone.
Nice.
So, we did all the camera angles, all the special effects. Carolina did all her special effects. We did have other actors that are friends of ours that were testing negative before they came over to the house.
Yeah.
To make sure. It was a little bit of a crazy. We look back at it now, and it was pretty crazy how we pulled it off. So
yeah.
And then the end result, Carolina wins Best Actress, and then it was featured as Best Film, the Orlando Phantasma.
Nice.
So we were a very, award-winning film. It's great. We love what the people's reaction is. So.
And we can't wait for more reactions.
Yes, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Now, I'm gonna start with Carolina first. What is one strength that Chuck has as a filmmaker that you wish you had? And then Chuck, I'm gonna swing it right back to you.
All right.
Chuck is a great leader. He is the captain of the ship. He makes everything happen. So without Chuck kicking my butt every once in a while to get to work, nothing would have been accomplished. Nothing would have been done. So he's just great in leading the situation, the project. He's the one who's getting everybody together and let's do it. Let's move on. So I love him for that because I'm kind of easygoing person and lucky to go a person. So I'm a little bit different, but of course I'm giving it all when I'm doing something. But Chuck is the great leader, so I really appreciate that.
Wow, thank you, babe.
Oh, you
Hey, good one. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, listen, you're on the stage now. It's on you.
I feel the same about Carolina. I mean, it's I can't explain it. We have this chemistry that's just very compatible. And when it comes to making music or movies, we just click, and we know that we need to get these things done. I'm at the driver's seat, like she said. But it becomes this situation where, hey, we want to do it for our fans, for our people that want to see it. Whatever happens after that, it happens, But we like making films. We're filmmakers, So as far as Carolina, she's great. She's a great editor. She's very talented girl. She goes to ways to even perfect what she's doing even better and better and better.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Perfectionist.
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 And yeah, I did get her, moving. I mean, give you an example. She had to be tied up in bed.
I saw that. That clip.
8 hours during the day. I tied her up on a backdrop. We made this set scene that she's tied up in computer cables, all day long, freezing cold in a room,
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but I was just screaming give me a blanket because I was freezing. He's putting this air conditioning on, blasting the AC when I'm just in my underwear. So I was like, please give me a blanket. I'm freezing here. So that was the hardest.
She was in underwear and a bra the whole movie.
And the makeup,
And the makeup.
So it was like it was hard, especially that half of a movie is actually a torture, torture scenes in a bedroom. So half of a movie I have to stay in a freezing cold environment.
Yeah.
Shivering,
But again, she's very talented. We've grown together as a husband and wife power couple. That's what we're being called. Moon Zappa, the Zapper. I mean, what's his name there? Rob Zombie, not Moon Zappa. Zombie and Moon is wife. Zombie. We like that kind of chemistry that they have in the films that they've done, and so it's something that we love. We love doing it. So,
and I love movies where it's a husband and wife couple. They are directing horror movies. Now, do you think, Chuck, it's great to have your wife on because she can give you that female perspective on, oh, this is how a woman would talk, or this is how, and vice versa?
Yeah, totally. I mean, Carolyn is a very beautiful woman, and she has a very good presence on film.
I'm giving you advices sometimes.
She's always giving advice, She'll say, hey, do this, do that, and do this,
sometimes too much.
Maybe they might be, I don't see it that way. We're going to shoot it this way, but then we'll compromise and say, well, let's shoot it both ways. And then when we edit it in post, we can see, okay, do we like this one? Do we like this one better? So, when we first introduced Carolina to the cinema, we basically shot her on a cell phone in our first movie, Amityville. So Amityville, Mount Misery Road. And that was one of our fun times that we did in 10-degree weather. And I said, hey, let me just film you. And because I grew up next to the Amityville Horror House.
Nice.
And there's a famous road there called Mount Misery Road. And it's been cursed for centuries. Everybody in New York knows about it. I mean, 7 million people know about this damn road, So ever since I was a kid, everybody would go there and get drunk and have a fun time and get scared and spooked by the goblins and the ghosts that have haunted that place for 500 years, So I said, somebody's got to make a movie about this place, And as time went on, decades went on, I was like, you know what? Nobody has done it. Look, we'll do it. And we did it. And it was a kind of a hit for us because we kind of opened up this whole thing about Amityville for other filmmakers. After the original Amityvilles came out, and everybody started copying our idea.
Yeah, it's been a lot since.
It's called Amityville, Mount Misery Road, by the way.
But we had a good time. We had a good time making it, and it's a horror movie, and it's more of a kind of Blair Witch. They consider it like a Blair Witch kind of thing. So we had fun making that one. So,
but the American Ripper is
coming
out today.
Is a blast. I mean, it's a great film. It really is. It's disturbing. I'm warning.
It looks disturbing. I mean, Chuck, you look disturbing.
Thank you.
Clips I've seen.
Very disturbing. It's not for the squirmish. The squeamish.
Our friends are saying, "Oh, you're gonna have a great ground for a divorce," after this movie.
Yeah, we've been, but again, it's about this disturbing person that. We can kind of give you little bits and pieces about it, but.
Now, Chuck, I've asked you a question. Was there any point during the acting where you were like, okay, oh shit, I'm going too far. This is my wife.
No.
No? Okay.
No, we knew that we had to get that sweet take. And Carolyn is just ridiculous in the movie. I mean, she looks like she's just being abused.
Yeah.
So it was very abusive.
Honestly, when you're making a film, each scene has to be well planned and perfect. So it wasn't like, hey, it's not real. Let's face it, it's not real. Everything is well planned, like each movie. Every movie has the same. You need to prepare everything. So, by the time we take a shot of, me laying in bed with, different things on me and makeup and the set design, it takes like 3 hours just to prep that scene. And then I have to just lay there. And so by the time he's shooting me with a light on and just put the set design really perfect,
We've already been to the scene for 4 hours.
We're already there for 4 hours. So there's no, it's not real. You have to really make the set design, make a person get into the role, and it doesn't work. You have another take and another take. So
we actually pushed her to get the point where she's being literally tortured. Literally, where she looks
I was shivering because it was cold.
Yeah, she looked like she was being. I mean, it makes the hair kind of grow up on the back of your head a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been told that. Chuck, what were you thinking when you made that film? But we did it because we had to do it that way to do it right. Because he's Jack, he's a kind of a spin-off from Jack the Ripper. And Jack the Ripper killed prostitutes.
Yeah.
So the movie is basically about, a trial attorney that goes crazy, that has this kind of remnants of the guy that bought the house before him. There's a haunting going on. And
he
transitions from Bobby Bonelli, which is this trial attorney, to this guy, Henry Barcelona.
Who is a crazy maniac killer.
Back 100 years ago, he was a landowner. He grew oranges and fruits, but he was a single guy and had a fetish for prostitutes. And basically, he would kill these prostitutes and get rid of them. They were slowly disappearing. And Carolina was one of the prostitutes in his mind. Lola, which Carolina plays the part. She switches from Lola Bonelli to Maria Bonelli.
But Maria doesn't exist because that's all in Henry's head. So you have to watch the.
It's almost like The Shining, is a modern day Shining.
Now I have a question. When you guys, I'm always wondered this about filmmakers. When you make a movie, like for instance, The American Ripper, do you make it with the thought of this is going to be a closed ending, or do you leave an opening there for a possible sequel?
Great question, and we're always thinking about doing stuff for a sequel. So yes, this movie does have a very sad ending to it. We won't tell you.
We won't tell you.
But
I want to watch it. Yeah.
It leaves it open to a sequel.
Yes, we always do.
Every one of our films kind of does that, and we like that. It's kind of a
twist in the end.
The movie's kind of a psychological thriller kind of feel, and then as time goes on, it gets to be kind of like, wow, you're getting sad for the person,
Oh, you don't really know what's really happening until the end. So when you watch the movie and in the end, you actually discover that, that's what happened, So it's kind of like there's a twist in the end. That's why it's like all psychologically planned, I don't know how.
It sounds amazing. Now, here's another question you probably never had somebody ever asked you. Now, when it took you guys a week to write the screenplay. When you first started, did you already have an ending in mind, or during the writing process, you started thinking about what the ending was going to be?
The ending was during the writing process, because you kind of figure how it's going to flow, build, get the story going. Then, it starts happening. And then by the third quarter of the film, it kind of like, we like that first ending, but maybe we should do it this way.
Okay.
And maybe we should change it. And then it becomes that. But again, in post, you can kind of, with Carolina as a great editor, she can basically, do anything,
Right.
But in the beginning, it kind of starts off just normal, and kind of grows. You get the feeling of something's happening. We like to leave that suspense kind of happening,
Yep.
you know. A little bit more of the story suspense. Okay, what's happening here? You know, it's building, you know.
Amazing. Yeah, because I've always wondered that, like, when it comes to a filmmaker, when they start writing, do they have a beginning and an end already in mind, and now they're looking for filler in the middle, or do they start with the beginning and work their way through the filler, and from there they come up with an ending? So
There is always, the rule of thumb. We discovered that there is always 3 different versions of the movie. The first version is when you write it. The second version, when you shoot the movie in production process, you're changing things or adding things or doing, different style that you intended before. And the third version is in a post production. So during the editing process, you have to sometimes extract scenes. Sometimes you have to change the ending.
Sometimes we'll shoot scenes that we missed.
That we not
We
going to
add them
use,
to 'em.
or we missed, and we have to add more scenes.
You
Yes.
say, hey, okay, this scene's okay, but you know what? We need to put a special effects, even a really good close-up special effects shot. The cinematography has to be done right. So,
Usually it's a 3 process, 3-step process.
So how many different endings altogether would you say was there for the American River?
At least 3.
At least 3.
At least
I would say at least 3. I mean, you can have it build, and you just end, and
Right.
you kind of, it's called trashing the movie. Trashing the end of a rock song or a song, you know, with the band, you know, and it's over.
Yeah.
You know, or
you can twist it and make something
we can
different.
twist it and take it to a different area, you know, and then kind of just let it kind of just caramelize and just kind of fade out to the ending, you know. We kind of, like we were saying, we kind of like that feeling of feeling sorry for the actor.
But also,
Yeah,
it's
that's good.
entertaining. It's entertaining for the viewer if it's just not predictable. If it's something unpredictable, then it's exciting, and I think that this movie is definitely exciting for the viewer.
Keeps you at the edge of your seat, that's for sure.
And I'm a huge horror fan, and those are the movies that I enjoy the most, where you actually care about the characters, or the victims, I should say, and you feel sorry for them. There's nothing worse than watching a horror movie and you don't care about the characters, and you're like, I don't care if they die. You know, like.
Yeah.
You look at Misery with Kathy Bates and James Caan. You know, you felt sorry for James Caan, getting his legs, broken, and all that torture that was happening in the wheelchair. And then at the end, look what happens to her, you know. But you look at The Shining, you feel bad for his wife, you know. I forgot the name of her part that she plays. So we kind of like that kind of Stanley Kubrick kind of feel. Martin Scorsese has that feel, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
character development is definitely important, even in horror, and I feel like a lot of filmmakers don't realize that.
It's very important to do that, you know. So
all right, one last tough question. All right, and then we're going to go to some easy ones. Okay. So you two have been, cranking out movies right and left. So since your first movie, it's a 2-part question. What is one thing that, from your first movie to your last movie, what is one thing that you realized from your first movie, you're like, damn, I'm glad I would never do that again, compared to one thing? And the second part is one thing that you took from your first movie that you carried on throughout your career.
You want to answer that?
Yeah, I can answer that. The difference between our first movie and the recent movie is huge. Number one, we learned a lot of cinematography, and we learned really high level of shooting the movie. The camera angles, the shots, the different creation is different level. So it's totally different than our first movie. So this is something that we, in our first movie, we missed all that. So we cared about the story more than the camera shots. It wasn't that important for us, and we will never do that again because we love cinematography right now and doing just different takes and different shots. It's fun. And what we did in our first movie,
What we did basically in the first movie is that we wanted to get that feel that it was a homemade
Real.
found footage. I think that's
That
what's
gritty
going on.
look.
Yeah, so we shot it to make it feel, hey, we don't want to make it look like it's this canned out production kind of situation. We wanted to make it organic and natural. We wanted to make it look like, hey, we're going to Mount Misery Road from Florida, and having fun. We're going on this paranormal ghost hunting thing, and we want to see if we can find Mary or the greyhound that lives in the wood with the red glowing eyes that's been killing people for decades,
so
So we kind of went into that scene where we were holding the camera, and kind of making it where it was just natural. We used, again, it was on a cell phone. So the end result gave it that kind of Blair Witch kind of feel, where it's not too, we did ours where it wasn't dizzy. We did ours more where it was kind of organic feeling,
So
It didn't have that shakiness to it.
Yeah,
we wanted to stay away from that. We actually said if we're going to do it this way, instead of making it really on the stick and different angles with different cameras, we said let's just make it on a cell phone, And it was right around that time where we were getting a hint that some other movie that was made was like the first we heard that was made on a cell phone.
Oh yeah.
So what was the name of that? I'm trying to
I
think.
don't remember.
But we basically said, hey, we can do that. Let's do it on a cell phone. And that's how that all came about. So
But yeah,
Oh,
but the
nice.
second movie is
the second movie is different. The second movie is just more structured, more organized, more.
But we wanted the viewer to be also feeling like he is right there with us.
Yeah. We
You
kind
want
of
that
make
personal.
Real. It's
it's like
real.
you don't want to be in the room with me. People have been telling me.
Yeah.
That's what I did here. So I was like, hey, it's just me, Chuck,
Yeah, he's sweet as a bear.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
Now, the horror genre has so many different sub-genres in them, from found footage to slashers to psychological paranormal. Is there a sub-genre that the both of you won't touch?
More like a sci-fi.
We do like everything, and we are big drama heads, so we like drama, and so we do like Leonardo, we do like Robert De Niro, we like all the famous actors, their drama movies that they do. But we are big fans of horror and big fans of psychomaniac horror, thrillers, drama, good suspense drama, good story. We like Lifetime if it's not cheesy sometimes.
Yeah.
There's this Michael Douglas movie.
Wall Street or
No, Michael Douglas movie that we really like. This psychopathic.
We like. Well, he was the Game. The Game. We like that kind of Game.
Game. Yes.
Kind of like that.
Shining Game. Something that unpredictable. There's something between the couple is going on weird. So we like that style, but what we wouldn't touch, I don't know. We like everything.
Think right now we do like comedy, but we wouldn't make a film about comedy. We've talked about it.
You wouldn't do like a horror comedy?
Our movies actually are still.
It has humor. It has humor.
It has humor.
It has humor. This is not just cutthroat. It has humor. There's funness. You can see the loving, the funness between me and my wife.
Humor. Yeah, we have, we are like in the middle of doing a creature movie as well, so it has humor to that. So we like it, but the thing that probably we would never do is like spaceship, sci-fi.
We do like sci-fi,
okay.
but we wouldn't do that. Anything that's
Probably.
not.
We
don't like
real.
anything that's Cocaine Bear came out. We thought it's going to be cheesy. It actually was good.
We like it.
I think it's good. The monster, the bear looks cool.
Don't get me wrong. We like AI, but we don't like really this overproduced.
The
CGI out of the ass.
I like CGI, but just not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah.
We're kind of old school, kind of in the middle of the writing of kind of like don't want to make it too cheesy.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to switch over to the fun part of the interview.
That's fine. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. You ready? All right. So I got two questions I'm going to ask both. I'm going to ask, take turns. All right. So let's go with Carolina. What is your all-time favorite horror movie?
Um.
Actually, hold
Okay.
on. Actually, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch it up. Chuck, what is
Right.
Carolina's all-time favorite horror movie?
Oh.
Um, well, my wife is from Poland, so again, to not be over in America, majority of her life, um, you know, I watched many movies with her, but they're not from the classic era of horror, which I like. And I'm,
What do I like? What
I'm
kind
thinking
of
what
horror
kind of
do I
movie
like?
you like.
Yeah. What do
Um,
I like?
I mean, I would think that she would like Smile, you know,
Okay.
A
Okay.
good one.
Smile. What else have we seen
What
that's
else
kind
I
of
like?
bizarre that you like?
Don't breathe.
She does like The Shining. She does like Stephen Lang.
Don't breathe.
You know, Don't Breathe. She
Stephen
does
Lang.
like Emily Blunt and some of her
Yeah.
Quiet Place. We like that. That's
Place.
kind of how far,
Mm-hmm.
you know, until I put her in my movie, and then it was just horrible after, you know. Real,
Yeah.
it
Torture
was
and gore.
yeah, it was gore and disturbing, you know, and uncomfortable, you know, making you
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable. So that's kind of her light horror, like light, you know,
I
light
like
horror.
Emily Blunt. He's right. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't think you know of. She's not too much on the old classics as far as the
Nope.
famous horror ones.
I'm
How
not
about like the
afraid.
Scream series?
The what?
Do you like Scream or no?
I don't know if she knows those Scream movies.
Really?
No,
She
of
don't.
course
She
I
likes Freddy Krueger.
know. I know Scream. I know.
I thought you think you
I'm young.
the 13th, right?
I'm young. I know.
Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when those movies first came out. You know.
Yes. All right, Carolina, what's
Yeah.
Chuck's favorite horror movie of all time?
Yeah, I think he likes. Oh my God. I think he likes the same movies. Like we are both very similar. Our Chinese zodiac sign is rat. You know, I'm a rat. He's a rat. You know, and we have a company called Three Rats Entertainment because we are all rats. So that's how we called our company. But yeah, so we are very similar in our choices. So he likes mostly the same movies that I do, and he do like Jack Nicholson, The Shining. You know, I think you like Robert De Niro and.
Well, if he said, which
all
one do
this-
you think would be my
okay.
favorite horror movie?
I mean, your favorite would be, I don't know,
Yeah,
like
she doesn't know. I
hold on.
told her maybe she doesn't know.
hold on, tell me my ear. Like what?
No, let me tell them. But one of the shocking movies that I saw first, which I thought was a little bit scary for me, was Mark of the Devil.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mark of the
Yeah.
Devil with the Salem witch,
Mhm.
which I thought that was a little bit scary. And also
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw was one of my favorite, the original one.
Mhm.
But The Exorcist, the original with Linda Blair.
That's
Which is
true.
always a great.
That came out in 1973. I'm thinking
74, I believe. Yeah,
74.
74,
We went to go
74. Yeah.
see it, and I was shocked by it.
Yeah, he told me.
and
I forgot.
people wouldn't go to sleep.
Disturbing.
Yeah, they wouldn't go. We had friends in school that would just have sleep over people's houses after they watched the movie because they didn't want to go home.
Wow.
The way they made that film, they had the dropping of this weird kind of devil-looking thing when the priest is sleeping. Their pitch was that scene, they found that in the film when they were editing and they didn't know what it was. And when they really analyzed it, it was the devil.
Yikes.
So everybody knew about that one scene in the film.
Yeah.
So everybody was looking for that and kind of that's, oh my God, there it is, that's the devil, props were missing on the movie set. Things were being changed. Film was disappearing, and that was that devil that they showed twice in the film.
Cool.
So that kind of shocked me
Yeah.
when I saw that.
Next time you're in DC, so I went to the Exorcist. It's an actual Exorcist house. You can actually visit it, and the stairs are right there, so you can actually go and visit.
Right in DC, the original stairs over there,
Oh, wow.
where the priest falls down at the end.
Yes. Mhm.
He's possessed by by the devil.
Yep. My
that's-
actually Facebook picture is a picture of me sitting on those stairs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I didn't know that was in DC. That's incredible.
Yeah. That's in DC.
But that's
Definitely check it out.
that of me. And then it was I like John Carpenter's early stuff, but I do like another great film that was a low budget film, black and white. You think it's a cult classic, is Night of the Living Dead.
Yes. Amazing. George
With-
Romero. I mean, yeah.
All of the early ones, the first 3
Mhm.
films. Night of the Living Dead.
We like zombie movies.
We
too.
do like zombie movies.
Yeah.
I do like
Okay.
zombie movies.
I like zombie movies.
That's crazy. That's crazy stuff.
What's the
Because,
recent zombie movie that you two like? Is there like a
We-
recent one?
The series of Black Sun, right?
Black Sun.
On Netflix.
There's another. I watched that series. I forget which one it was called. Not The Walking Dead. I liked some of The Walking Dead.
Some of those. Okay.
Yeah, but I do like the original. Like I said, the George Romero movies, The Night of the Living Dead. The second one when they're in the mall and they're killing all
Yes,
those people.
that's amazing. The Dawn of Dead was yes.
I do like The Birds. I love Alfred Hitchcock. I really do like Psycho.
He's a classic guy.
I'm more into
I'm a
that.
classic guy too. I was born in the '80s, so I'm like
What's
I
your
grew up in the
birthday?
golden age.
Month you're
Or-
born.
Your month is your birthday.
September.
Ah,
I'm a
okay.
Libra.
May. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like you, but I'm a little bit before you. So I kind of when they first came out, Rosemary's Baby, which is another
Disturbing. Yeah.
disturbing kind of drama. It leaves you kind of hanging. What's going to happen next?
Mhm.
Roman Polanski, any of his films, even like his stuff that he did about the piano man, that stuff that he did. All those kind of, so there's a switch,
Yes.
Now, do you think it's hard to come up with constantly? I mean, because do you think it's hard in the year 2023 to come up with an original horror idea?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's we go to see films and we're like, wow, that came same thing idea that they did. They probably took it from
Right. That we see the similarities of the movies being made right now and how the director or writer thought and what scenes they actually took from the previous movies.
We went and
All the takes or the camera shots.
yeah, like today, we before we did our interview with you, we went to see Leonardo's new movie, Killers of the new film that's out.
How was that?
It was great.
It was amazing.
I hear it's
amazing.
amazing. I hear it's
Amazing.
amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And there was a scene where he goes, what's his name? De Niro goes, in the old days, and I'm thinking, shit, that's in the American Ripper.
Right,
I wrote
right,
that in my
right.
film.
There's a scene that
But our film came out first. I never got it from them.
there's a scene when De Niro is saying, "I'm sorry, I'm so
Oh.
sorry," and Jack is saying the same line in The American Ripper. I'm sorry, it's the same complete line, and so we're like shocked. The
We
second,
see similarities of our film because we're kind of thinking on the same wavelength, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting how that happens. I don't know.
It just, I've noticed, as a horror watcher, there's a lot of clones of
Yes.
the same movie. Now, each one of them, well, some of them put their own little spice on it to make it a little interesting, but for the most part, it's the same thing. It's the same stories, same characters, just a different title.
I agree with you. It's just like playing, studying Santana or Hendrix or Jeff Beck, Clapton, or any of these famous rock guitar players, because I'm a guitarist.
Mhm.
And I would take and destroy albums to figure out what they were playing.
right.
Mhm.
And then retain their licks, their hooks, as they would say. I would put my own twist on it. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
very similar to movie making
Yes,
from all my hero directors
right.
and actors. We kind of put it in our own soup,
Yep.
Interesting how that works.
It's
It is.
also
It really- Sorry.
Yeah, it's also a kind of hard sometimes for a filmmaker, especially a horror filmmaker, to figure out the killing scenes because it's so many ideas have been already used,
Mhm.
and what else can
That's a
you
good
do?
point. That's a good point.
So we had to come up to some kind of creative ideas for the torture scenes. So you're gonna all watch it. You're gonna
Okay.
see.
Yeah, we actually made our own props. We like Quentin Tarantino. We like his stuff that he
Oh, yeah,
does.
I'm gonna
I
show you.
love Tarantino.
Get the props. But we actually, Carolina, I would come up with a design in my head and say, hey, I think we should do this, and Carolina would make it, she would
Really?
make this.
So this is Charlie's Peas and Carrots that we made a can.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is Charlie's Peas and Carrots, which was used in the movie for 2 seconds. But the picture of the boy on the cover, that's Charlie.
That's Charlie.
When he's young, that's Charlie.
Yeah, but we said, hey, I'll just put my face on it from when I was, 7 years
Delicious
old.
for stew.
Delicious for stew. You can't go wrong with peas and carrots.
You
You
can't.
know,
I'll tell you why. We just didn't.
we want to tell you why. You'll see it in the movie. And we did some other cool props that we did too.
Mhm.
Again, that's all influenced from other films, other movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino did it. And,
Once upon a time in Hollywood, he designed those. They designed those cans for the dog food in one of the scenes.
He's dumping the dog food.
And they
in the can.
opened the
Yeah.
cabinet. They took the dog food, which we thought is amazing idea.
So hey, we want to do the same thing. But
We want to do the peas and
This is
carrots.
it. That's
We've
pretty
done that in
amazing.
other films. We actually done it before even Quentin Tarantino. We did other props that we had did.
Yep. hmm
You just add them in. That's pretty amazing. Listen, you guys are absolutely amazing. Now, where can everyone find you?
So, the movie is coming out today on
Yes.
Vudu,
On Vudu,
it's-
check it out. I'm checking it out.
October 26th. So it's today. And you can just go on Vudu and type The American Ripper, and it should come up. And that's how you can watch the movie and push play. But also, if you want to find more information about us, we have a fan page on Facebook. It's called The American Ripper. The American Ripper. If you want to see more about the movie, you can go to IMDb and just type The American Ripper, and you can see this poster with a little house and men, and it's a green poster. That's our movie, and you can just scroll down and see the behind the scenes pictures, and you can see more, more what we are about, and that's how you can learn more about the movie.
Over the next probably weeks, there'll be other platforms like Amazon, Tubi TV. They're going to be popping up.
YouTube.
This was the last thing they wanted to kind of get in for a Halloween. That's how this all came about.
Yes.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing for
We
us.
want people to enjoy it for Halloween. I know there's every year the new movies are popping up, and we don't want to have people to miss on our movies. So
Exactly.
it's kind of a great time for people to just enjoy it, and have some pumpkin spice and
Make sure you lock
popcorn.
your doors too.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna be watching this tonight, so I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. And
Cool.
definitely gonna.
You're going to be. I hope you don't watch it with a woman. So maybe you want to watch it
No,
with a woman.
you wanna watch.
Oh, okay.
With a company. Definitely with a company.
She may think that you're going to try to do something to her after.
Sure, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's
listen.
not that bad. It's all it's a horror genre, so people
I mean, we actually made that film. It was like 2.5 hours, so we had to trim some of the fat. We left the director's cut in it. It would have been probably XXX,
right.
rated triple.
Wow.
Oh, we had to cut down the scene.
So we had to kind of clean it where it was parental guidance.
Parental guidance.
For the platforms to be like, okay, you can put this on our.
Like G-rated.
Yeah, we wouldn't be even be allowed to be released anywhere if we left the director's cut, but we cut it down to the normal movie.
But we're looking forward to everybody watching it tonight.
Yep.
Most
And,
definitely.
I think it's going to be great, especially on Halloween.
Yes, perfect time to put it on your Halloween
think
horror
we're out.
movie watch list.
Yeah, cool. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Trick and treat.
Yes, and I would love to have you guys back on. I know you guys are going to be in my neck of the woods soon, so filming a movie, and I'll have I'll be there for that if the offer still
we'll
stands.
invite you
Yes.
down to the movie set on
Yeah.
that one.
Yes.
Another film that's coming out next year, and there's another film that we're going to be making up in your neck of the woods. That's going to be another film.
But we want to.
Plus, we have another film that we filmed in Europe that we're not done with. We want to tell you about that.
But yeah,
That one's we edited that one.
Yeah.
So,
but if you guys ever want to come back on to promote anything, just hit me up. I would love to have you back on.
you're a good interviewer. We had a great time with you, Travis. Tonight.
Yeah,
we
we
did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
I
so-
try my best. I try my best to come up with fresh ideas off the top of my
Yeah.
head. By the way, once again, guys, no script. No script. I just have your names and what's called all off the top of my head.
Great. That's great. I liked it. We had fun. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, that was great.
So, you're going to be doing it it'll be coming out tonight.
Yeah. No, it's out this morning, so it's
All right. Cool.
right now.
Okay.
10 a.m.
cool.
Yep. 10 a.m.
All
this morning.
right, well,
Very cool.
Yep.
all right. We'll keep in touch with you.
Most
Okay.
definitely. Most definitely.
Thank you for having us on tonight.
That was
It's
so
a
much
pleasure.
fun. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for coming on. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for coming to the Horror Rim. I'm Travis Bruce. I'm going to see you guys next time. Take care.
Thank you.
See you, Travis. Thank you, buddy. Thank
See
you.
you. Bye bye.